Let us start this particular session on project selection. Uh, this particular topic is in continuation with the project identification, as we discussed in last session. And once you have identified your project idea, that means identification of the project. It means that you have a number of ideas, and then you screen the idea, and then you come up with the one idea that you choose or select for your startup. So once you have identified your area, identified your line of action, then you need to choose or select many associated things. Those associated things, I consider it as selection of the associated things with which are related to your area, related to your identified project. Say for example, if you think that you will establish a outsourcing hub, business process outsourcing BPO center, say for example, in that case you have chosen this idea that BPO business is a good idea or bad idea. Altogether, right now, in today's scenario, this may be a good idea, keeping in view that you can have a work from home facility, and this may be an added advantage. So, if you want to establish a BPO business, choosing this BPO over other ideas with some merit, then you exactly need to choose few points, and those few points are very important. So selecting few or choosing few things about your BPO, say for example, in BPO you know that choice of technology. Now again, this choice of technology is very important. How to choose, we will take in the next slide, couple of slides. Choice of technology is one point for your identified business. Selection of site, that means location. This is very important area where you have to select the location or area for your identified business. So we will take in today's lecture about this. Then you have choice of ownership. If you want to establish a business BPO business, so which choice of ownership you should go for? We have already discussed about this choice of ownership. Whether to select a sole proprietary format, or select a partnership format, or select a one man company, one person company OPC, or select for any private limited company or any public company, or you will go for charitable trust. So which one ownership format to choose? This is again very important for project which you have identified. Another point is selection of sources of fund. In ownership, in second unit, we have also discussed sources of funds, and in fourth unit we will also discuss about the financial management, and in that one we will discuss about the sources of fund. So concerned about these all selections for your project, that is very important. We will discuss all these in coming lectures. When you think about to choose a technology, suppose you have decided to manufacture soap, bathing soap, or you can say that washing soap, or you can say that if you think that to manufacture soaps, bathroom soaps, technology is very important. You need to understand the past technology. If you look at that bathing soap, you will find that before 90s or other 80s, you are having the soaps, oil based soaps. The oil technology student can better understand. Like I can give you example that there was a Sunlight soap. Sunlight was very big brand at that time, very big brand, and that was oil based soap. Another, you can find a very local labor class soaps also, which you call as a kacha sabun, or local 1 rupee soap, or brown dusty type of square shaped soups, 1 2 rupees soups available in market, bandar chap, gopi chap, like these are these were the brands. Now I don't know whether these brands are there or not. Those are oil based soaps. So if we talk about past technology, the soaps were oil based soaps. Then you need to understand that why these oil based soaps switched over to chemical based. Why I say chemical based? Detergent soaps. Now washing soaps are now detergent soaps. So detergent means the technology is changed now. No more customers are interested in this detergent and caustic and all chemical into your soaps. What were the drivers to upgrade at that time? You could understand what I feel as from business point of view, that oil based soaps were very good soaps at that point of time, when you are not having so much pollution in your water, which was used for cleaning clothes and all. So you can understand in another way, being a technology student, that hard water and soft water. And when your water is becoming polluted with the high TDS and with all those things, so oil soaps were not working out, you can understand, during that period. So what I can compare, that as this pollution, water pollution is started, and this water contamination is started, because before it is, you will find that this level of high TDS was not there in water and all. So chemical addition is being felt at that time, and then the detergent soaps came into market, and detergent powder and detergent soaps, they started leading the market, which is existing technology. We still use detergent soaps for cleaning clothes and all. Now if you want to start detergent soaps and detergent powder business, you must understand the past technology also. You must understand the customer base, liking, disliking, forces to upgrade, why technology was changed. Then you also need to understand the present technology and the drawbacks, demerits of the present technology. Detergent soaps, now the things have started coming as in form of that detergent is not very much skin friendly, and with the changeover in generation, you may need to upgrade this thing, technology, to some more different technology, or maybe that you come with the again same technology of oil based, because nowadays that bathing soaps, luxury beauty soaps, they are switching over again to like Dove, they talk about the cream based soap, oil based soap. So again might be that you switch over to another refined technology, which is again oil based, or something like that. Or for washing soaps from chemical, or these things, how to manage this technology with the problem of skin issues. So what are the drivers to force upgrade to the next future technology? What is the cost of transferring technology? When you are choosing a project, So you need to select the technology, right technology, so that it may not have problem for, at least till your break even comes, or sustainable business model. Another very important thing is that you must understand that what is the cost of transferring technology. Say for example, you are adapting today existing technology of, chemical based, detergent based soap. Now after some time, before your break even, if you are supposed to adapt new technology, store from existing to future technology, then it will be a very costly affair, and you are not in position, or you will not be in position to bear that much cost. Because of that, you are still in loss zone. You are still in your, you know Bermuda Triangle. You are still uh, before break even, no profit, no loss situation. So you must understand, and apart from this existing technology, you must think that what could be, what should be, what will be the future technology of soap manufacturing. What would be the added advantages? Because many a time it happens that you manufacture a product for one type of customers, and you don't know that your sale is increasing because of not those customers which you had selected, because of something else. Say for example, I can tell you some uses. See, ghadi detergent cake, which is manufactured for washing clothes, is also moreover used for washing, groceries in kitchen, as an alternate of Vim, as an alternate of these, which the company may or may not intentionally added that point. That means you can understand, and as a technology consultant, HBTI being technology consultant of Gadi detergent, you can understand in our department with teachers that the technology which is being used in Ghadi detergent cake for whiteness on the stainless steel surface after cleaning. If you clean the stainless steel, actually with the Vim, and you clean with the Ghadi detergent cake, you will find a difference, and the whiteness and the cleaning experience would be a better experience. And that is because of one of the ingredient which Ghadi detergent cake intentionally add in their cake washing soap. So you can look at, because this is your departmental affair, or institutional or university affair. So technology is again very important to understand before choosing for exact manufacturing, because your manufacturing choice of production technology is very important. Moving to your selection of site or location, rather site, instead of writing site, one I should write location, because exact selection of site is there in with the conditions. So when you are selecting site of your business, you must understand the first point, selection of region. When you select region, you must look at that availability of the raw material. You must look at that nearness to the market. You must understand whether availability of power and fuel, transport, climate, the government policy, the competition among states, meteorological conditions and topography. These points are to be taken into consideration. And say for example, a global company coming to Asia and choosing India as a region, Asian region, and in Asia, India as a region. Now look at, earlier the global companies like American companies, European companies, Japanese companies, they were having, Korean companies, they were having first choice of region as a China in Asia. In last few years, or I say that in last one decade, this situation is changed. The multinational companies are also preferring India as a region location for their manufacturing firm or industry or business. And when comparing with the China, they understand that what is the suitability, and you can understand that with the Indian market, they can have a more exposure of their sea routes. Altogether in China also this facility is there, but in India also they can get equal opportunity to export their finished product to European market and American market via sea route. Say for example, the Hyundai is doing same thing, and the Tata is doing, so many so companies are doing, and they select in India, they select south region. Most most of the multinational European and American, they prefer south region, not the north region. The reason may be somewhat because that sea route is very much open to them. In north region it may not be very much feasible, and that is why one of the advantage of Gujarat, one of the advantage of Andhra Pradesh, one of the advantage of your Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and then Kerala, Odisha, the advantages are there because of that sea route. So they can very easily, plus international connectivity, airport, availability of raw material, nearest market. Why say nearest market? In global, they have to address the Asian market with sea route or with any other transport facility. Climate, Indian climate, especially in South India, may be suitable to them. Most of the companies are choosing as compared to Chinese climate, because you will find that in some time the Chinese, you will look at that environment and climate information from the year. Plus government policy is very important to understand. When you are choosing a location region, government policy is very important. So earlier China was having this policy to attract that most of the global manufacturers. Now India is also trying to portray that they are giving you open heart to come and establish your firms. But in last 4 5 years, if you look at that, um, in foreign direct investment in industrial sector, that foreign direct investment in industrial sector has been restricted in some of the some of the sectors only. Say for example, we talk about the information and communication sector. So the most of the FDI or most of the companies which are coming, they are coming in this uh, you know zone. So whereas the China is open to almost all type, and now they are also observing that India is opening and most of the companies are moving to India. So they might be having some more open conditions and open system. And the global environment after banning that Huawei company in American continent and European continent, that has given a debate of Asian a hub, a main destination point in Asia, and India is emerging as a major destination point for those companies belonging to Europe and America, because the American and European government do have a pressure on those companies not to go to China. So as an alternate, they are finding India as a hub. So we are not giving so much, you know, suitable facilities. Rather, they are bound to come to India, because They are not interested to go in any other country because they don't have those countries don't have facilities. So location of region is very important. At the same time, when you talk about that selection of community for your business, for location is very important, because availability of the labor is available or not. This factor is very big factor in China and India. In case of China, now you understand that they have more than half of their population as old age population, whereas we have more than half, 60-70% as our youth class below 40. So the workforce or labor class, or the you can say the skilled and cheap labor, is right now available in India, and in future China would be facing this problem. Maybe because of that, some decades back they had a single child policy, and because of that single child policy, they don't have so much so relations also. We have so much you know population also, and uh, youth class also, and because of that availability of the labor is easy. Civic amenities for workers. When you go for community, you must understand that civic amenities for the workers are available or not. Existence of the complementary and competing industry. Look at this is a very interesting point. When you talk about that, whether competing and completing, complementary means they can be a feeding industry for you. They may be ancillaries for you. Competing industry means they may be competitors of yours, because it makes environment. I tell you why it is very important. If you open a shop in any market, say for example jewelry shop, right? You open a jewelry shop and your intention is always that no other person should open a jewelry shop next to you, and you think that all customer should come to your shop. But this is the old thinking of business. The modern thinking says that there must be another jewelry shop next to you, so that it makes a ecosystem of jewelry, and it will not only double the customers, it will make a hub of knowledge, a hub of jewelry, and the whole region would observe that market, that area, as a hub of jewelry shops. So every customer moving to purchase jewelry would turn around to that area. So competing industries are very important to present in that location, and that is why I say it is very important that if you do not have enemies, you don't have the complete life of complete life enthusiasm is not there. So you must be having competition in market. Finance and research facilities. Obviously that financial sources should be available, and research facilities means research institutions. If you face any problem of manufacturing or technology, anything, so there must be some research institution which can provide you support or help. Availability of the water and lighting facility is one of the important for community labor class. Local taxes and restoration is again very easy to understand that the state level taxes, local taxes. Maybe this sometime become a strategy to attract most of the investors. Some of the states in India, within India, they are offering free land, they are offering tax rebate, and they are offering so many things to new businessmen, so that new investment come to the state. Momentum of an early start. Momentum means what is the ecosystem, whether the market adaptability, the customer adaptability, and the momentum is there to start early. Personal factors, maybe individual level factors, which you think that this particular community, this area You may find better labor. You can understand that most of the Biharis migrated from Mumbai or Delhi or all over across the India in last 2 3 months. You have observed this thing. Now the labor class is available in Bihar, and it is a good opportunity for Bihar government to attract those businessmen who are giving employment in Mumbai and Ahmedabad and Delhi to those Bihari laborers to come to Bihar, give land, establish their firm, and let the Biharis work in their own region. And instead of labor migration, the government can make this business migration. So this way, this will be helpful to state also. The banking facilities, the communication facilities, the cultural affinities, cultural, religious, social institutions. These are very important for community to live, because people cannot live in isolation. Educational environment, and this last, political stability is very important. Every after 1 year, 2 year, if government is changing, government policy is changing, leader is changing, so it will be very difficult to sustain in market. Selection of exact site. The point is very important. The point is very important to select the exact site of your business. Disposal waste is there. What is the price of land? Whether you have the potential to expand your unit or not. Commercial services are available or not. What is the land use or the availability of the amenities nearby, social amenities, corporate amenities, communication and all those things. Health of the locality is very important. If health of the locality, say for example, you go to a rural area and you purchase a land and then establish a particular manufacturing firm, and every next day the farmers comes to your gate and make a dharna and pradarsan and all those things. So it will be very difficult to sustain, continue your business. So health of locality is very important. And just keep your questions ready, note it down somewhere, we'll answer those questions. The flood and drought experience, obviously you can understand. Attitude of local people, again it is related to health of locality. You can understand. State assistance is very important to choose exact site. Exact site means if you choose Lucknow or Kanpur or like that. So local and municipal administration is also very important. Selecting general area, there are some points which you must understand. We have already discussed these things. Raw material availability, skill and unskilled labor, nearness to market, transport, stability of the climate, and this point I think very important. Nuisance problems. Sometimes you establish, it is something related to health of locality. When you establish a firm, there may be, you may observe that there may be some nuisance activities started coming on surface. So this thing is a hidden factor which is concerned with the health of locality, local. So one must understand these issues. Points to remember about the location when you select. Check for the parking means exact location. Point is that in Kanpur, if you choose that Dadanagar industrial area, so you must understand whether parking is there or not. What is the traffic congestion? You must check the morning, evening, and daytime traffic load and traffic pattern at different time. You must understand this thing because this is very important. Just to select the location, exact location in a site. Location should be accessible and noticeable. It's very important. Accessibility of location must be there. Altogether, the industrial hubs which are developed, they are always accessible. But when you are choosing for a non-industrial location, then you must understand this thing. Note any incompatible business nearby. Why we say incompatible? Because you can understand that in case of chemical industry, there are so many pollution related norms, hazardous norms, and which may not allow, which may have some incompatibility with certain businesses. Say for example, if you are to establish a chemical industry and you have next to your factory you have a jewelry shop, jewelry business, so that may not be suitable. Say for example, if you want to establish a liquor shop in business, so in case of liquor shop there are civil rules that it cannot be residential area. So you must understand that what are the nearby area, especially nearby businesses. Ownership of land issues. This is a very common thing that when you purchase land, you must understand whether it is government owned or private owned, or how much conversion from that farming land to commercial land. So you need to pay, you need to go through the process to convert the land use and all. So you must understand these issues. Success and failure record of the nearby businesses, that is very important. If you look at that, most of the businesses in that area are not very much successful, and the people who start business, they migrate from that area. More failure businesses are there. So you must understand and study, review your choice, because there must be some factor, hidden factor, which you are not trying to understand. And pollution status of the area is very important, because if it is flood affected area, or if it is then you must consider it and choose, because you can understand that Japan, you will find that every fixed duration of time they get some natural calamities, and then again they stand up with their industry and all. Likewise, like Gujarat, Odisha, they have natural calamities every next couple of years, and again they establish their infra and all those things, and then come up with that. So you need to choose those locations considering those points also. So this is all about this lecture. We will continue with the another lectures in next class.